year. That's a lot.
The year is 2003, and your wallet is totally empty. But with a couple of quarters from the couch and some dimes from the ashtray, you can eat like a king.
I already like this video.
From the dollar menu. Fast forward 2 decades later, and your wallet is still empty. But this time, when you pull up to a drive-thru, your quarters and dimes won't even get you a packet of mayonnaise. So what happened? Today, we're investigating the rise.
This is like the saddest video ever. Do you guys remember the dollar menu, chat? Seriously, do you guys remember it? It was so good. Did it make like half of America fat? Probably, but who cares? This country already has a 42% obesity rate anyways. We're just a fat nation, and like we accept it at this point. We're fat. It is what it is. You know? Yeah, I think we have a 42% obese. We're like 4 times higher than Japan. You know? Like we're fat. And that's cool.
Of mayonnaise. So what happened? Today, we're investigating the rise and fall of the dollar menu. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to the Weird History Food channel and let us know in the comments below what other food pricing wars you would like to hear about. Okay, time to ask your parents for some change. In 1989, Wendy's unveiled the nation's first shot at a cheaper side menu for cash-strapped customers. They called it the Super Value Meal, because mild-mannered value meal doesn't sound as impressive. The Super Value Meal featured 9 different items, each priced at 99 cents apiece. The items were on a rotation, but included burgers, nuggets, chili, milkshakes, soft drinks, salads, and baked potatoes. A baked potato and a milkshake for $1 apiece? Man, we didn't know how good we had it. What's really good is when you dip the potato in the milkshake. As '89 became 1990 and the United States entered a recession, more fast food chains wanted to tap into Wendy's share of the cash-strapped market.
What's up, John? How are you? Our grandparents spent 35 cents for a full meal. Think how you're seeing it, lol. I just remember $1 being able to feed you, chat. My first kind of memory was the junior bacon cheeseburger at Wendy's. I remember it being 99 cents and thinking this place is awesome.
Many, including Taco Bell and McDonald's, permanently cut the prices of specific menu items to try to keep up with Wendy's low-cost offerings.
Wendy, don't you have anything else to do?
But it wasn't until 1998 that another fast food company took Wendy's idea to make a whole separate menu dedicated exclusively to cheap food. That bold competitor was Burger King, and His Highness's big idea was the 99-cent Great Tastes menu. Geez, we gotta work on these menu names.
Can I ask a question, chat? Does anyone actually eat at Burger King? Real talk. Do any of you guys ever eat at, like, I don't think I've eaten at McDonald's since I moved to Louisiana, but like, does anyone even eat at Burger King? I feel like Burger King is just a scam, bro. Like, no one actually eats there. The Whopper is good, but everything else they have is just trash. Their onion rings are trash. Their fries are mid. Their chicken is really bad. Even the apple pie, which looks good, it's not good. I had it once. It's not good. I just eat. Yeah, the only good thing at Burger King, chat, is the Whopper. The Whopper is great. Everything else pretty much sucks.
Part of the magic of the dollar menu is that it doesn't take long to say, so you can spend those precious extra seconds stuffing your face with cheeseburgers. The delicious yet affordable offerings on the 99-cent Great Tastes menu included the Whopper Jr., a bacon cheeseburger, a small milkshake, 5-piece chicken nuggets, and medium onion rings. That's a whole lot of stomachache for just $5. The King unveiled this regal new menu during the It Just Tastes Better marketing campaign, which sought to appeal to customers' taste buds as well as their wallets and steer them away from McDonald's. And believe it or not, despite its dominant position atop the fast food chain, McDonald's was slow to respond with a value meal of its own. While McDonald's didn't invent the value meal, appealing to customers with low prices has always been part of their business model. For instance, in 1958, they became the first fast food chain to sell what we now think of as combo meals, menu items that were bundled together to increase efficiency and offer customers more bang for their buck. One
This is what John's talking about, chat. 47 cents for the whole meal. Oh my God. If I could go, I'll probably gain like 200 pounds. 47 cents for the whole meal, chat. That's a double cheeseburger too, I believe. That's not a single. Well, it says hamburger, so maybe it's just single, but I'm wondering what this little thing on the bottom is. Almost looks like a Big Mac. Anyway, let me be. My mom was born, I want to say 54, chat. So I don't want to say she grew up in this, but a little later.
Iteration of this combo meal was the all-American three-course meal, which consisted of a hamburger, french fries, and a milkshake. And while it definitely was not a three-course meal, it was undeniably American, and it cost only 52 cents. Nowadays, if you came into a McDonald's with nothing but a pair of quarters in your pocket, they'd have Grimace break your legs. McDonald's would often market these deals towards the nuclear family, with slogans like, "You deserve a break today," and "McDonald's, the closest thing to home." And in 1979, to further pull families in, McDonald's introduced what may just be the most recognizable combo meal of.
I was gonna say, chat, you already know what it is. It's the Happy Meal. As soon as they said McDonald's, I was like, are they talking about the Happy Meal? It's the Happy Meal. The Happy Meal, bro. If you didn't eat a Happy Meal as a kid at least once, I think your parents may not have loved you. Yes. And especially the Halloween ones, chat, that came in the buckets, and then the buckets would smell like chicken nuggets after you ate the food. Oh my God. Oh my God. They came in what? Orange, white, and green. Those Halloween buckets were bussin'. These were like, okay, but the Halloween buckets, bussin'.
Of all time, the Happy Meal. The original Happy Meal cost $1.15, and it included a burger, fries, a soft drink, cookie, and a special prize, which, among other things, included a McDoodler stencil, a McWrist wallet, or a McDonaldland character.
Did I like the toys? Not really. Not really, Dark Emperor, because the toys were always so cheap. Like even pre-video games, which I guess there was never really pre-video games, but like even compared to just the little $5 action figures I had of like Batman and stuff, the McDonald's toys really couldn't like keep up. The only ones that were like decent were the cars that you pulled back and then they vroomed kind of forward. Like those were kind of cool, but like all the other toys were just way worse than the toys I already had. So for me, it was about the food. You know what I mean? Yu-Gi-Oh! Mighty Kids. Okay, that came way late. I was like, I was already in high school, but that.
Eraser. That prize list sounds like junk from the manager's drawer, but hey, it only cost $1. With the addition of Ronald McDonald and the McDonald's Play Place, the corporation had everything it needed to lure in desperate families with limited cash and bored, rambunctious kids. But as the 70s became the 80s, McDonald's turned their attention from the kiddos to the adultos. In 1985, they introduced value packs, which sounds more like a bulk purchase of toothpaste than a delicious meal. Man, are the people in charge of naming these things allergic to good ideas? Like the all-American meal before them, these packs came with a burger, fries, and a soft drink. And it was cheaper to buy them than it was to purchase each item individually.
Still a good
Just
price,
2 years later, McDonald's introduced the world to supersizing. Yeah, that's supersizing, which heaved even bigger portions onto customers' trays for just a few cents extra.
Why did they get rid of this? I don't why did they get rid? Why did supersizing fall out of favor? Is it because everyone tried to? I vividly remember like Biggie fries being Wendy's thing, supersized. Like I remember this was like a whole thing in the 90s, chat. Of like, hey, pay 19 cents more and we'll give you triple the amount of fries. Like, that was a thing. Salad Sundays. That documentary. Oh, the movie ruined it? Oh, okay. But this was a real thing, chat. The whole supersize me or the supersize me, that was like real.
But as the years went on, Mickey D's became less innovative. More chains rose to compete in the fast food marketplace, and all of them wanted a piece of the clown, the tastiest piece. Hey, several members of the McDonaldland cast are edible. Ronald could just be a big French fry in face paint. McDonald's had to fend off competing bargains like Burger King's $1 Whopper and the $59.79.99 deal from Taco Bell. By the turn of the millennium, McDonald's was getting so thoroughly rinsed by rival chains that its stock price dropped 39% in just 1 year.
Damn.
McDonald's had to adapt if it wanted to keep slinging burgers. In other words, it was time for the dollar menu. In an effort to save their struggling corporation, McDonald's launched its internal Plan to Win strategy, presumably after they realized their Plan to Do Nothing strategy wasn't working. Part of this exciting new Plan to Win was the creation of their very own value meal in 2002. They called it the Dollar Menu. For just $1 a pop, customers could enjoy the delectable McChicken sandwich, the ever-so-tasty McValue fries, or even the fruit and yogurt parfait, which is really just a pie in a cup. The hope was that customers would be lured.
Bro, look at all the options. Double cheeseburger, McChicken, drink, fries, not one, 2 apple pie. This was arguably the best value on the entire menu, chat. 2 pies. You guys do know, like, I think apple pies right now are like $169 each. I want to say like they're like $169 a piece now, chat. A piece. So it's over $3. This is over $3 of food for $1. This was actually the biggest value on the menu. The ice cream sundae. 3 cookies for $1. Actually, hold on. The cookies might be the best price. Bottled water. This was like the only one that's like, it's pretty decent. And apple dippers, which I never got because why? But like I got everything on here except the apple dippers and the bottled water. This is just scamming yourself. Seriously, if you're getting bottled water at McDonald's or Apple, you're just scamming yourself. You know what I mean? Dasani, we just never press F if we never knew what we had, chat. We never knew what we had. Oh my God. These days. If you had $4, chat, you really just ate like a king. Let me get a double cheeseburger, fries, 2 apple pies, and a sundae. It's like, bro, that's a whole ass smorgasbord.
In by the cheap and delicious.
You ruined what should have been our birth. I didn't ruin anything. Boomers ruined everything. Never forget that, chat. Everything in your life that is related to finance and bad is probably the fault of boomer generation. Not
Just dollar menu, and then buy more expensive items to add to their order. So sure, the ice cream sundae's only $1, but pair that with a couple of Big Macs and a 10-piece chicken McNugget, and you've spent over half your.
The problem, this is not how people use the dollar menu though. Maybe this was McDonald's plan of, okay, we'll give them $1 sundae. Then they'll buy 2 Big Macs. It's like, no one did this. People just shopped from the dollar menu. That's how, let me get what's it called. Instead of these, let me get double cheeseburgers. And instead of the nuggets, let me get a McChicken. So this, which might be $11, now it's like $4.
Paycheck before the weekend's even over. And McDonald's makes a tidy profit. But those results never materialized. The dollar menu actually encouraged people to spend less money.
Yep.
Within the first month of the dollar menu's debut, the average customer was spending 3 cents less per visit than before. And when you're only making a few bucks on every order, those cents add up. It wasn't long before some locations started bleeding cash, like Hamburglar was shaking them down for protection money. The biggest dollar menu offender was the double cheeseburger, which many franchise owners complained was set at an unsustainable price. They felt no one would spend $4 on a Big Mac when they could get a perfectly delicious alternative for a quarter of the price. Customers would come in and order tap water and a couple of double cheeseburgers from the dollar menu. And depending on the local labor and costs, the franchise location might actually lose money on the transaction. Nobody wants to lose money on a McDonald's. That's no fun. Some rebel franchise owners fought against the tasty tyranny of the dollar menu by raising the price of the double cheeseburger at their own locations without getting corporate approval. Some raised the price to $1.19 or to $1.39.
Anti-consumer.
And many Manhattan locations never sold the double cheeseburger for less than $2. Due to franchising agreements, they were all well within their rights to do so. Individual locations could charge whatever they wanted for their burgers, even if it meant falling out of line with McDonald's national marketing campaign. As the years passed and McDonald's held strong to the dollar double cheeseburger for nearly a decade, the company had to reassure its franchise owners that a more sustainable business model was on the way. The only problem was they needed to come up with one first. But by naming their low-price menu a dollar menu rather than a value menu like many of their competitors, McDonald's had backed itself into a corner. Everything had to be priced at $1, or the name no longer made sense. It would be like Dollar General, which doesn't actually limit its prices to $1, but does keep every location as filthy and dimly lit as possible to make customers feel like they're spending the bare minimum. In order to change their business model, the dollar menu would have to be buried in the same shallow grave as Mayor McCheese, and something entirely new would have to rise from its ashes.
Is that corn in a
According-
cup? What is this, chat? Am I blocking it? What is this? What is this fucking? What is this, corn in a cup? I never seen corn at McDonald's. I've seen this and this. I like this. I've had this. I've never had corn at McDonald's. In a cup nonetheless. Or whatever that is, a bowl.
According to McDonald's, a whole quarter of its customers had become value menu loyalists.
Hashtag $1 fries.
And the company felt it risked going under if it lost that base. The dollar menu had to evolve. And in 2013, it came to be known as the Dollar Menu and More. That sneaky little and more allowed Mickey D's to keep the dollar menu name while increasing the price of several items, including the McChicken and that dastardly double cheeseburger.
I'm gonna be honest, chat, and I understand this is just food, so it's like it's not that serious. I don't think I've ever felt a betrayal like this, ever, in fast food. Like, the death of the dollar menu was just, I don't know. I just, it's like an actual betrayer. In-N-Out better? Yeah, In-N-Out's kind of mid. It's not. Me too. It's just, for what the dollar menu stood for, chat, for an entire decade, the name was literal. Every single thing on the menu, $1. And that thing was just heaven for a decade. And then it just went away, and now we have this fucking sham that everyone hates. And I'm still mad about it.
That started all this trouble in the first place. Well, no.
McDonald's sucks. It's not about the quality, man. McDonald's, in fact, Chad, I would argue McDonald's proves the point that it's not like quantity can just beat quality. No one ever says McDonald's is the best food, but you bring back the dollar menu, they'll run circles around, like, maybe not in profit, but in terms of volume, they'll run circles around everyone. Because for the price, it's can't compare it.
Cities burned to the ground that we know of.
Exactly.
The effects of this change were cataclysmic for the Golden Arches. Loyal customers had been spoiled by the menu's previous $1 price tag, and no one wanted to pay double what they were used to for the same product. You can't dump a shamrock shake on people's heads and tell them it's raining. As a result, the dollar menu and more idea lasted as long as onion nuggets.
Actually,
it was quickly dropped and replaced.
Do you guys remember this? I actually do remember this.
Dollar menu and more idea.
Yeah, chat, do you guys, hold on. I remember this burger that had like the chips on it or something. Or I think they may have been, there was like an onion burger. McDonald's had like that weird cheeseburger that had like onions on it or whatever. I do remember this. And I remember this menu specifically because of that burger. I was like, wait, there's a burger with like cooked onions, and I remember trying it and thinking like, okay, maybe it'll be good, and it's like, it's all right, you know what I mean? But this burger specifically stuck out because it also had white American cheese, chat. Instead of the standard yellow American cheese, it had white American cheese.
It lasted
And
as long.
McDonald's like never uses white American cheese. but they did for this one burger.
Long as onion nuggets. It was quickly dropped and replaced by a new temporary promotion, the McPick 2. Many menu items went back to costing just $1. The catch was, in order to take advantage of the promotion, customers were locked into buying 2 items, hence the McPick 2. But once again, franchise owners complained that they were losing money. One even described it as the most devastating promotion to operator cash flow in the past 10 years. Considering McDonald's has tried to force hot dogs and spaghetti onto the menu over the years, this was pretty damning criticism. Even so, that didn't stop competing fast food chains from creating similar promotions. For instance, Wendy's debuted their own 4 for $4 deal, which doubled the price of the McDonald's deal, but doubled the pile of food you were buying too. We'd make that trade any day of the week. Burger King, in turn, upped its coupon game and dropped the price of their 10-piece chicken nuggets to just $1.49.
I ain't gonna lie, Chad. I remember this deal was crazy. This was like one of the few times I actually went to Burger King because they were selling 10 nuggets for $1.50. I was like, damn. I know Burger King is trash, but shit, 10 nuggets for $1.50, like they might be trash, but I'm gonna go there and eat.
Dropped the price of their 10-piece chicken nuggets to just $1.49. Fast food lovers across the nation rejoiced, their mouths full of thrifty cheeseburgers, because all this competition once more brought prices down to new lows. But even so, the McPick 2 proved to be just as big an albatross as the dollar double cheeseburger, and McDonald's quietly retired the promotion. When it did eventually come back, it was reimagined as the McPick 2 for $5. Take that, Wendy's. The increased price allowed big-ticket items like the Big Mac and the 10-piece McNugget to be included in the promotion. But at that point, you're basically just ordering from the regular menu, and the promotion didn't catch on.
Yeah, because it's trash.
In 2017, the dollar menu entered the modern era. With the days of a true...
This is the death of the dollar menu, chat. This right here. When it started being $1, $2, this is like with taco. This is the death of the dollar menu.
Dollar menu far behind it, McDonald's decided to pelt a dead horse with deliciously affordable menu offerings when they introduced the $1, $2, $3 dollar menu. At many restaurants...
Who wants to spend $3 though? Like what?
This is just called the menu. The unusual concept was mocked by Taco Bell, who took the opportunity to proudly showcase their value menu of 20 items that actually cost only $1. The only math you should have to do at the drive-thru is figuring out how many extra burgers to order in case you get stuck in traffic. But as sweatily named as it may have been, this latest iteration of the McDonald's dollar menu was a hit, and its detractors were quickly forced to eat their words and some 5-piece McNuggets. Their U.S. sales were up 2.9% in the first 3 months of the new menu's existence. The addition of sales were up 2.9%.
Who wants to go to McDonald's, chat, and order a single cheeseburger? I cannot think of a better sign or a more glaring sign that you are, as the kids say, down bad than you ordering a fucking single cheeseburger at McDonald's. Like, you might as well just put a sign on your head that says, I'm broke as shit, if you were going to McDonald's and ordering a single cheeseburger. The burrito, okay, I'm not gonna lie. $1 for the little sausage burrito, that's actually kind of okay. I'd pay $1 for this. But the single cheeseburger, gotta get that out of here.
In the first 3 months of the new...
Only if it was halal. I don't think that you eat food, Dolan. And until otherwise, that's just another one of your lies. I don't believe you actually eat food.
Menu's existence. The addition of 2 extra price points to the classic dollar menu gave McDonald's the wiggle room it needed to make sure it made a profit, and sales went up nearly 3% in the first 3 months. Today, roughly half a decade since its debut, the $1, $2, $3 dollar menu has outlasted every other McDonald's value menu. They broke the McMold with that one. The $1, $2, $3 dollar menu is proving a comeback is not impossible. Just ask the McRib. So what do you think? What's your go-to?
I still hate it. I don't care what anyone says, Chad. I still hate it. This was an actual time to live after school. Get a McDouble, fries, 2 pies, and a drink off the dollar menu. for like $6. Go to a friend's house, play Xbox and some Halo. Truly, we lived back then. There you guys go, chat. The rise and fall of the dollar menu.